What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with an emergency reading. So to those that are waiting on the Nickelodeon Quiet on Set series, we will resume that next week on Monday, probably do Amanda Bynes, but I'll do a community post, so don't forget to check and don't forget to vote. But in this reading, we are going to look at what went down during the Baltimore bridge collapse. Was it planned? Is the government out to deprive us of food? And are they trying to, control and whatever? There's a bunch of conspiracies that are coming out right now. And basically, I just looked into it. That's all I did. So, as always, these are alleged, and they are for what? They're for entertainment purposes only. There are zero facts in this reading, y'all. There is it's just my personal opinion. I have no stake in the game. You know what I'm saying. But as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. Hey to my regulars. Hey besties. Love you guys so much. I hope that you guys have a wonderful Easter weekend if you're seeing this when this drops, or just, have a wonderful day. But you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, just know that it takes up to 3 weeks to be delivered back to you. Please be patient with me. I am only one person. Did you hear that alarm? That felt like a sign. But anyway, so like I said, we looked at what really went down. I looked at it from the perspective of the dude in the boat. I looked at it in terms of what does this mean? What's going to happen next? And I got some tea. Also, because I know it's a weekend, and to those that love conspiracies, I'm going to drop in the description box some of my favorite conspiracy readings that I've done that were way back in the day that a lot of you haven't even seen because you're newer to my channel. So I'm going to link those. If you love conspiracy, I'm going to give you some more, babies. But without further ado, let's get into this conspiracy. Is the government trying to deprive us of food and do some bad shit, or is this just an accident? All alleged, and for entertainment purposes, besties, let's get into it. All right, besties, so we are going to take a look at the Baltimore bridge collapse. All right, so for some reason, I keep hearing the song Thunder. I don't know what the hell why. I'm seeing lights flickering on the ship. So regardless of where this leads us, I do believe that something was off with the ship, because I feel like I'm on the ship and lights are flickering and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Oh my God, no, don't let this happen. What's going on? And it's reminding me of every movie where it's I'm hearing Houston, we have a problem, we're going down, and I'm seeing the Titanic hitting an iceberg. Now I guess you can argue about the whole Titanic conspiracy. But at least from the perspective of the driver of the boat, I don't feel anything nefarious on his part. I almost feel like I'm in a frenzy. I don't know what the hell to do. I just I don't understand boats. So I just see someone going around and flicking and clicking things and trying to get ahead of it. But it's I can't. The boat is failing. So did the boat fail because of something else? I don't know. We're going to find out. As always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Why did the bridge really collapse? I keep hearing human error, y'all. I'm sorry. Not working. I can't get it started. Guys, I'm going to pull more cards. Hold on. Ten of Swords, feel defeated. Again, guys, this doesn't feel like a conspiracy yet, because what I'm getting is a story about a man that is trying really hard to start something over because it's not working. That gives me the boat. Okay? A disconnect from self. I feel defeated. I almost see it as oh my God, my family. So I feel like whoever the driver was of the boat, is that what you call it, a driver? I don't know. It feels like the driver of the boat kind of had a come to Jesus moment of oh my God, I might lose my family. It's I'm fearing that I'm about to lose my life. I'm fearing it's about to end. So again, at least coming from the driver, this does not seem nefarious. This seems oh my God, I'm about to die. Yeah, I don't know where this saying came from because my cousin used to say it all the time, but I keep hearing, I'm about to die, David. So this dude thought he was about to die. So I should have looked that up. Did he live? I don't really know, but like I'm seeing someone in a panic because the lights are going on and off. So at least his story, that feels accurate to me. I see someone in a panic running around a boat. Yeah, because they're showing me NCIS where there was a boat problem. The lights were going off. Although that was a corrupt investigation. I don't know. Let's keep pulling. Ignoring my intuition. Fast. I got to make a quick decision. I don't know what to do. I got to make a quick decision. How do I... This feels like someone afraid. Okay. Oh. Whoever this guy was that was driving the boat, he was definitely trying really hard. I think this weighs on him. If he's still alive, it weighs on him. If he's not alive, then it weighs on his spirit. Because it's like I'm working and then all of a sudden this happens and I think he's thinking about what the cost is going to be to everything. Like I can almost see him being like, oh my God, like I could kill people. Like my work, like I don't see, because like even I'm fumbling. It's like I feel like if he's still alive, he is shook the fuck up. I mean, are we shocked? But there's just this guilt here of like, what have I done? I don't... Wait. An offer I refuse to take. Releasing heartbreak. Huh. No, this is telling me a story about how he was trying to redirect the boat. That's what this is. It's like, okay, I got to get out of my feelings. I have to try and make any last-ditch attempts that I can. What ideas do I have left? I have to succeed at all cost. Let me calm down. Let me detach so that I can figure this out. This is the story of a man who's freaking out as the boat's about to collapse. Or as the boat's about to crash. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling anything methodical yet. Releasing the burden. Tower, unavoidable. The moon card's reversed, guys. Death, quite literally. I do think he's concerned about people putting the blame on him if he's still alive. I'm very confused. Is he alive or not? Because this could read a little differently depending on if he's alive. But this reads to me like the blame could be put on him. Like this almost feels like if there's any bit of conspiracy to this, what I would say is, you know what it's reminding me of? Allegedly, in front of time purposes only, how they say that the Titanic wasn't ready in time, so they gave it an old boat, and that's why it actually went down. And it's not really a conspiracy to kill anybody. It was just because they used a boat that they knew wasn't good. That's what this feels like. It feels like this boat hasn't passed some tests in the past, and they're using it anyway. It's giving me the vibe of like, you know what I'm seeing is like when you're on vacation and it's super busy at the beach and they have all those like, it's so hard to think when you're channeling. I want to go zoom. I feel so dumb saying that. The thing in the water with the boat, jet ski. Thank you, Spirit. Sure, I think I'm close, but I'm no cigar. You know how, like, there's only, like, one left because everybody rented them all out, and that last one they don't really like to use because they've had problems with it in the past? That's what this feels like. This feels like this boat shouldn't have been used. That's what this feels like. This feels like the Titanic again. So if you want to talk conspiracy, then I would say that they fucking knew that this boat was problematic, that it had, you know what it's giving me? It's giving me the vibe of like, we have this boat, we got shipments to put out, we're running on a time, because I'm seeing this, and it's like, fuck it, use this boat. Like, it's giving me that. It's like, it's reminding me of like throwing the keys to a shitty car. Like, they're bringing me to a movie where it's like a really shitty car that like keeps breaking down. This is giving me Titanic 2.0. So if you want to run with that type of conspiracy, sure. But from what I'm getting, it's more about, this feels more to me like negligence is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing, negligence. This feels like we know that the boat's not reliable and we're using it anyway. That's what this feels like. It feels like we kind of saw this coming. We knew the boat was problematic, and it almost feels like, because with this Three of Cups, it's like we're talking shit, but it's hidden. And we knew that this could be problematic in the past with that Six of Cups. This seems like a business that's cheap, that didn't want to do scheduled maintenance or something. This feels like they were not on this feels like a negligent company. That's what this feels like. It doesn't feel like the government's trying to kill people and make you not have food and food shortages. No, this feels like whoever owned this company allegedly knew there was something wrong with the boat, and they fucking sent it out anyway. That's what this feels like. And it feels like they're trying to figure out how to put the blame on the driver. That's fucked up. That's what I see happening. I see people that are like, we knew this was a problem. It's giving me Titanic all over again. I cannot get Titanic out of my mind. And I know you guys are going to be like, that's because they wanted to kill people on the ship. I honestly, I believe the conspiracy more that the boat wasn't ready and they used the old boat. Because that's what this feels like. It feels like we're on a time frame. We're on a schedule. We didn't do the proper maintenance. We didn't do what was necessary, and now everybody's paying for it. It feels like I just keep hearing gross negligence in my mind. And I almost see like a board of execs trying to figure out how to pin this on the driver. Like, I just see people like excuse my language, I see a bunch of men like throwing their dicks around going like, who can we put this on? So again, and honestly, this is why I did this reading. So you guys know that I'm just not all tinfoil hat. I want the truth, and sometimes it is tinfoily. I'm not getting that, guys. I'm not. This feels like someone who's like, oh fuck, we're going down. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, it's going down. I'm yelling timber. I see lights flickering. I'm in a panic. I got to figure out how to steer this boat. I'm trying to grab onto, I mean, they're showing me a steering wheel, but I don't know how boats work. Maybe it's a steering wheel. Maybe it's something more fancy. I don't know. But it's giving me like I'm trying to cause the least amount of damage that I possibly can, but I don't have control over it. I don't have control over this boat. And now everybody's dying. And now you got execs that are trying to figure out how to pin it on the driver, so that they don't have to get hit with like lawsuits and having to pay for shit. That's what I see. Yeah, they might be silencing people too, because I think there's people that have been like, this boat we knew was problematic. This boat was going to be a problem. We knew that it shouldn't have been used. Why are you using this boat? That's what it's giving me. You know what they're showing me? Oh my God, thank you, Spirit. If anybody's seen the movie Matilda, where the guy gets these broken ass cars and he makes it look like they're fixed, but he knows they're not going to last past leaving the place. You know what I'm saying? That's what this feels like. Why would Spirit show me the Matilda scene of him selling faulty vehicles if this was a government thing? I'm not getting that. I'm sorry. I might even repull if need be, but yeah, what I'm seeing is people that are fucking selfish and don't want to put money into things. It's like, I don't care if there's a couple of vulnerabilities on this boat. Like, I don't want to pay for it. Like, that's what this is. I'm sorry. This is negligence. I don't know how they're going to end up playing this out, but because I know that Biden released like emergency money, but I see people moving around trying to figure out where to put the blame so that they don't have to pay for it, because it's like they were cheap in the first place. They didn't want to put the money into the boat. So it's like, again, it's like they're trying to figure out how to pin it on somebody else. I would not even be shocked if like one of the people that was a pilot on the boat died and then they pin it on that person. Like they knew So if you want to go conspiracy, whoever is in charge of this this boating company, whatever it is, allegedly and for entertainment purposes, only zero facts here, they fucking knew that there was something wrong with this boat. They did. They knew something was wrong with this boat. They did not want to pay for the upkeep because they're fucking cheap. And now they're trying to figure out what to do because it's like, we got to pin this on somebody because they're cheap. Like, yeah, I see them trying to throw somebody under the bus. I don't know if it's going to work. Because again, this is still like, they're still looking and they're still trying to, because I see a lot of investigations going on. I see them trying to pin it on somebody. I'm not getting anything about, I don't know, a burden. Yeah, okay. Knight of Cups. Who can we offer up? I think they're looking at people that they've had deals with. I think the cops are looking at ship records and shit like that. So I wouldn't be shocked if the cops come out with documents of like, you had a scheduled maintenance on January 13th and you didn't do it. Like, it's kind of giving me that vibe. It's like you felt like it was too much of a burden to put money into this, and so it failed. I think the manipulation is coming from the business itself. Yeah. This doesn't feel nefarious to me, guys. Like, I could be wrong. Like, maybe there's something underneath that made the... I mean, I could pull to see why the boat failed, but I mean, I just kind of got the answer for you, didn't I? I mean, what's the back deck? Grief. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't intentional if grief is the last card. Come on. See, this is why I like to do conspiracies, because sometimes they're not really conspiracies at all. I think this feels like I'll get around to it, is what I'm hearing. I'll get around to it with that Wheel of Fortune. It's like, I know that this boat's a problem. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't use this boat that much. Like, it's giving me like the boat that everybody picks last, or the boat that does the shortest trips, or like there are favored boats. This isn't the one. Like, it's giving me the vibe of like, this boat causes us a lot of problems. You know, I don't know how to word this. You know how like you can be cheap sometimes, and it's like, I know I need an oil change, and I know I need to get my car in alignment, and my shifter is stuck, but I don't have the money for it right now, so I'll get around to it on my next payday. And then your car breaks down and you end up owing more than you planned had you have done the work on the car. That's what I'm feeling. It's like, I'll get around to it. I don't have the money for it right now. I'm not all that worried about it, but I am worried about it. And then it's like, fuck. Like, that's the vibe. This is very cut and dry to me. Yeah, someone who's a cheap ass. It's like, we've had problems with this boat in the past. We know that it's problematic, but we don't feel like putting the money into it. Literally, it's like, we had the option, we didn't want to. Because we're reckless. We don't give a fuck. We got things to do. I mean, this also kind of feels like people that are overworked, because like when I'm in this energy, I'm like, I'm exhausted and I'm just trying to get shit done. So I think this could lead to a bigger issue about how, because I'm hearing like work labor laws and shit like that. So I think if anything, they might fight back and be like, well, we've had to work really hard and we've been overworked. We don't have enough people, or something along that lines, because this is a manager. The manager knew, but he didn't do anything about it because he's cheap. I don't know what else to... I'll re-pull. Let me see if I can ask in a different way. I mean, I could just straight up ask if there was any nefarious things along, but it honestly just feels like burnt out workers that don't have the money, burnt out corporations that don't have the money. All right, so I'm going to finish basically asking, was there anything nefarious? Was there anything... I mean, Spirit knows what I'm trying to say. So as always, thank you guys for sitting through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you haven't liked this video, please do so. If you enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments what you guys have heard. And subscribe if you haven't already. But, I can't get NCIS out of my head. But it's because they were in the Navy. So they were on boats. It's just, I don't know. Spirit, if anything nefarious, what do we need to know in terms of that? Okay. You're not, guys. People have complained about this boat before. That's the nefarious. People have knew that there was something wrong with this boat. I think they went to management about this boat. I think they've complained. You know what I'm seeing is like, you know how you work at a business and they take out the paper where like there's like a 3-part and it's like your side and the receipt and then like a receipt for documentation and it's like a work order. Thank you, Spirit. It's giving me like work orders have been put on this boat. Like there's something to do with this boat and negligence to do with the company itself. I almost wonder if somebody's, like maybe the pilot's wife had made a comment like, this boat's not safe. You know it's not safe. You complain about this when you come home. I don't feel like you should be on it. Like, it wouldn't shock me if somebody's wife kind of gave a warning. It's like, it's almost like your company doesn't have your best interest at heart. That's what I'm feeling. I think this is company negligence. Again, the nefariousness is, you know what I'm hearing is, oopsie. That's what I'm hearing. I think they're going to try to throw money at the problem. The fucking irony in all of this. The whole start of this was because they did not want to put money into the boat. And now I feel like they're going to throw money and be very cooperative with the police because they're trying to make sure that they walk away unscathed. It's giving me the vibe of like putting the blame on somebody else. I'm telling you, I would not be shocked if like they don't take accountability. They knew there was, if you want to talk conspiracy, they knew this boat was unreliable. They knew this boat was unreliable. It's giving me crooked car salesman. I don't see anything about the government, guys. I'm sorry. This might be a short reading for once. Arrogance, ego. Yeah, it's shit everybody already knows. The moon has been reversed both of these times. And I think this is a husband and wife situation. Was the pilot married? Because it's giving me the vibe of like, I know that there's issues, but you know how men are like, they don't really worry as much as women worry. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll drive the car that's damaged. Like I'll whip it around. Like it's giving me that vibe. Like I'm not all that concerned. It's a pride thing. The guy, I almost see the guy being like, I gotta work, like I gotta pay the bills, like we gotta get shit done. I don't have choices. Like this is the boat that I'm assigned to. There's nothing I can do about it. Like that's what I'm seeing. I think the company's concerned about the death toll and they're like, oh my God, how many people are we gonna have to pay off? Like, are we gonna have to do settlements? Are they gonna realize that we're at fault? Like, I think the company's shitting bricks right now because they're like, I don't know what to do right now. This doesn't feel nefarious. I'm sorry. Yes, this is all about money, y'all. And it's money in a way that you're not. Yeah, it's like I want to disconnect and make it look like it's someone else's fault. That's what this is about. I almost feel like they're going to try to pin it on the pilot. They're going to try to pin it on somebody. They're going to find a way to take the least amount of responsibility possible. Like, oh no, we knew the boat was fine. I mean, we used it a couple of days ago and it was okay, but they knew there were work orders that had never been fulfilled or something like that. This is human negligence. That's what this is. Yep. I'm just saying shit, but I know eventually it's going to fail on me. It's only a matter of time with that world card. It's only a matter of time. This is giving me Titanic. This is giving me Titanic's not ready. Let me give you a boat that's old and shitty and hope for the best. That's what this is. Back deck. Yeah. Yep. So this is the actual boat. It's in reverse. Not shocked. Trying to avoid. This is the guy. I'm hearing captain, my captain. The captain knew. Like it's giving me is like it's only a matter of time. I think that whoever was piloting the boat, they did everything they could. I'm telling you, they did everything they could to avoid it, but they knew. It's giving me, again, they keep drawing me to Titanic. It's like the final moments where it's like, I can't avoid what's about to happen. Like I'm trying, like I'm the underdog. I'm yelling, Mayday, Mayday, help, what do I do? I'm about to hit the bridge. I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. and there's nothing I can do. It's unavoidable. Guys, I'll pull oracles to end this, but you're not going to convince me this is a big conspiracy to make us not have food. I would have seen an abuse of power. I would have seen something. I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing negligence. That's what I'm seeing. I'm going to end this with Dark Mirror. If there is anything going on, we'll find out with this. But if not, I think we're going to get a message from the pilot. That would not shock me. But yeah, if you're interested in this deck, there's a link in my description. But we are going to finish this off with Dark Mirror so that maybe I'm wrong. I could still be wrong. We don't know yet. But I at least when it comes to the guy, this was not the pilot's fault. They knew the boat was faulty and the business didn't do anything about it because they're cheapskates. That's what I'm hearing. Cheapskate. All right. Final messages. Boat situation. Anger, okay. Alone in the world, reverse. The pilot, I told you it's going to be about the pilot. Today for tomorrow, they're going to try and throw him under the bus. This is exactly what I said. And I think he knows it too, because I feel like he's complained about the boat himself. It's giving me the vibe of like, I told them there were issues with the boat. We shouldn't have gone out. I knew we shouldn't have gone out. I knew we shouldn't have used this boat. I knew there was going to be problems. I felt it. It's like when your intuition's going off. Like they're showing me like when a mom's intuition goes off because there's something wrong with the child. That's what I'm seeing, but it's like the pilot in the boat. It's like I'm pissed because you guys knew this was going to happen. Remember how I was saying about the Titanic and how they gave a look-alike? And that's how it feels anyway. If you want me to do a reading on it, let me know. But I think we all kind of know. But I'll do a reading if you want me to. This today for tomorrow is like, let me throw someone to the wolves. Because it's just alone in the world reverse. This guy knew that he's pissed because he knows they're going to throw him on the chopping block. Or at least they're going to try. If they can just get away with like oopsies, then they'll do that. But if the cops are like, or whoever, the government, whatever, if anybody's like, you owe us a significant amount of money, they're going to try to pin it on the pilot. They're like, I almost see them being like, okay, yeah, there were some issues with the boat, but like, why would he have hit where he hit? Like, that's not on us that he hit where he hit and the boat broke or the bridge broke. Like, I could see them being like that. Like right now they're doing like damage control. You know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is those scenes in crime shows where like they're about to get caught for like money laundering, so they're shredding all their paperwork. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm telling you, this company, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, zero facts here, knew there was something wrong with the boat. I'm telling you, they knew there was something wrong with the boat. And they were just like, fuck it. Let me milk it for all it's got. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just giving me the vibe. You ever like, I'm not saying this is okay, what they did, but you ever have your gas tank on E and you're like, I can still push it a few more miles. That was their thought process about this boat. It's like, I could still squeeze a couple more trips out of it. That's the problem here. That's what happened. What's the back deck? Child that was meant to be. Yeah, I really do feel like they're going to try to pin this on the pilot, or at least that's how he feels, because it's like they're going to put me out to dry. And I told them there was something wrong with this boat, and they're going to hang me out to dry. Fragmentation in the reverse. Is this guy alive? I will say that whoever this industry owner is of whatever this boat thing is, I don't think that they really care. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think all they care about is money. Yeah, I'm hearing the song. I don't need the D, I need the money, which is just giving me like, I need the money. And again, with this 9, it's giving me the vibe of like, I knew eventually this was going to fail. This is greed playing out in a different way than you guys expected. I'll pull a couple more cards, but this doesn't. Calling in the storm, forgetting oneself. I really think that this pilot mentioned in the past that I really do feel that he was like, this is going to be a problem in the future. And they were like, basically, or either they were like, we'll get around to it. And I think he kept complaining and they were just kind of like, quit your complaining. We have a work order put out or something like that. It's giving me like, we have work orders that either we haven't done, we've been putting it on the back burner, we don't have the money to do the maintenance that it takes. Like, that's really what this feels like. And I just feel like the pilot had warned them. Somebody warned them if it wasn't the pilot. And it's like, they didn't win the argument because greed rules the world. We already figured that out, y'all. So honestly, like, I'm sorry that this is one of my more boring readings, but if you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at the company, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes, only 0 facts here, because this could have been prevented. It could have. People warned the company. They're just greedy. So, yeah, I guess this is going to be a short Friday reading. I'm sorry, y'all. That's not like me. I feel weird. I'm going to pull one more time just for F's sake, but I'm going to literally ask, was it intentional? But I just, honestly, my concern is if the company gets a hit with like lawsuits or something, I see them trying to hang out the pilot to dry. And if that ends up happening at the end, I need you guys to know that the pilot did everything he could. Like, literally did everything he could. I see him in a frenzy, in a panic. I see the lights flickering on and off. I see him going, Mayday, Mayday. So I don't know if he called anybody or something. Did he call someone? Because it's almost like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm trying every last ditch attempt to make sure that this doesn't go down. But it's like, I see the iceberg. I'm trying to make sure I don't hit it, but I know I'm going to hit it. So at least from the pilot's perspective, there was no ill intent. He did everything he could, literally everything. I see him being like, oh my God, like the guilt. I feel like he's still alive because it's giving me a mixture of like so much guilt and, oh my God, they're going to hang me out to dry. Like, I think he intuitively knows that this company is allegedly not the best. So let's finish this off again. Spirit team, was this at all intentional to hurt anyone, to screw up goods and anything like that? Was this intentional, Spirit? No. No, we didn't want to cause death. I was stuck. There was nothing I could do when all else failed. This was, I see him doing anything. Wasn't there something that said that like he called to make sure everybody on the bridge wasn't on the bridge or something like that? This feels like someone trying to do everything they can to make sure no one gets hurt. That's what I'm seeing. Ace of Cups. I told you before. This isn't me yelling at you. I told you before that there's something wrong with the boat, but you guys wouldn't put money into it. I tried to tell you guys I had concerns. This is about emotions, right? I have concerns about this boat. This is the vehicle itself, the chariot, but you guys are too stingy with your money. If you want someone to blame the boat company, allegedly. Yeah, this poor guy. He knew. And it eats him up. He knew. You know what I'm hearing? Is where it's that commercial where it's like, see something, say something. I think it eats him up because he knew that there was something wrong with the boat. So I think he's taking it. He's like beating himself up over it. It's like, I knew there was problems. I knew that this was going to fail eventually. And I don't think he's living very well with it. Yeah, it's like, I'm the one that caused death. This didn't even need to occur. You just needed to put some... I don't know what exactly is wrong with this boat, but with this Temperance card in the reverse, it's giving me like you could have made some movements to fix this, and now everyone's dead because of your negligence. Anything else? I think they're going to try to disconnect if all else fails. Right now, they're trying to plan. Right now, they're trying to make it look like, oh, it was just an accident. Accidents happen. So that's probably why your guys' intuition's going off. It's because this could have been prevented. It could have been. And now they're trying to figure out how to make it look like it was an accident. So, was it an accident? Yes, and. Thanks, Ari, for writing that song. Yes, and. It could have been prevented. Yeah. Expectations not reached. Home gives me more like territory of where the boats come from. Expectations not met. Surely we have more time. That's what I'm hearing. Surely we have more time. Yeah, this is just bad business, bad management. Was there anything do they have any, I don't know if this will come out, but is there any proof that like they've had issues with this boat in the past? Like, maybe a lesser issue, like maybe the boat failed but nobody was harmed, like let's say like they took the boat out and the battery died and they were stranded for a couple of hours or something like that. I think if they were to really take a look into this, you might find that this is not the first time this boat has had issues, or this is not the first time this manager, whoever's in charge, took like a, because I'm hearing like Ponzi scheme, so it's giving me the vibe of like taking a quick buck, making a quick fix. You know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is, again, I'm going back to that scene in Matilda where he puts sand inside of it so it sounds like it's running smoothly, but it actually isn't running smoothly. It's giving, yeah, because now they're showing me, you know how they have that tape that you could put on pools as like a quick fix so that the pool doesn't leak? I'm telling you, this dude likes quick fixes because he's cheap. Whoever's in control, and they got proof in this somehow. Either they have proof that there's been issues in the past with this boat, or they have proof that there's been issues in the past with this boss taking like the quick route. Okay, now we got some deception. Deals and trying to move forward. That's the only deception I'm seeing here. I just heard making deals with the devil. I mean, I'll pull, because I know y'all just went, oh my God, what if the deal is with the government? I hear you. Hold on. No. The only deception I'm seeing is with the public. And it's because we don't want you guys to know that we could have done something. That Page of Wands is giving me like, I put action towards it, but not enough. And now the public sees that I'm grimy. I'm telling you, I cannot get Matilda's father and his business out of my mind. Matilda's fucking dad's car company is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I cannot get that out of my head. Yep, because this is always about money and greed. Yep. They're going to try to hang somebody out to dry if all else fails. Yep. Burden. Don't care how much time I put into it. People knew. People were already talking. They knew. What's this devil got to do with anything? The boat itself. I'm telling you, it's the boat itself. The boat's the problem. The boat and the business. I think people have said things in the past about this boat, but because they were afraid of management or something like that, nothing ever got done. It's giving me like you complain to your boss because you're getting overworked and they're like, yeah, I'll take care of it. And then the paperwork just gets thrown somewhere. That's what this feels like. People spoke out and they're like, yeah, I'll get around to it. But they either didn't have the money legitimately. So they could, it could just be an unfortunate event where, our government just never pays anybody enough, and then they didn't have enough money, so they couldn't really do anything. But this is the boat. The only thing evil about this is the boat. I'm telling you, people knew that this was going to be an issue. Look, the Tower card, detachment. I just want to walk away. I don't want to acknowledge the fact that I know that this could be problematic. Yeah, I said what I said. All legend and for entertainment purposes only, though no facts here. I'm sure that this could have been prevented. But I know, guys, this wasn't the most exciting reading. I promise you guys on Monday we will go back to the Nickelodeon Quiet on Set series. I'll probably do Amanda Bynes. I'll give you guys a community post for you to vote on before I make a decision for Monday. But as always, these are legend for entertainment purposes only. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, my besties. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. I'd love to have you here. We have conspiracy readings that are actually conspiracy. But unfortunately, y'all, this is just your standard greed situation. But yeah, you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, again, the wait time is up to 3 weeks, so the sooner the better. Remember, I'm only one person. Please bear with me. And the link to my website is down below. There's also reviews if you want to, But anyways, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Honestly, let's just breathe a sigh of relief. It's not as malicious as you guys think it is. And I will see you guys in my next video, so thank you so much.